Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cameron House Marina. My name's Ruben Mercer. I'm the sales manager here at Marine Sales Scotland. I'm delighted to present to you this ever popular Bayliner's well-renowned 285. This one is a 2004 model. She wasn't actually commissioned and received from the customer until 2007. She's been kept immaculately, and we start the video in here today because I want to show you the extensive and rigorous process that all our stock boats go through before being passed on to the sales team and being launched in the water. So, down below, the valeting team have been hard at work giving her a fresh lick of anti-fill. It's a very good job from them, that looks absolutely lovely. And then top sides have been polished and the blue hull band is in absolute mint condition. Furthermore, the canopies have been laundered to bring them back to the original condition. And it really works well with the blue hull band, with the blue anti-fouling and the blue canopies. Aptly, she's named Blue Roller. Huge functional spec aboard, everything you need for a week or a weekend on the water. Starts off right here with a bow thruster. Always helpful when you are coming into dock. She's got diesel heating on board as well. Always a big one, especially when we live in the UK. But the maintenance doesn't just stop there. We have just done a full drive leg service. So as you can see, the dual props are in perfect condition. No nicks, no dents absolutely anywhere. All the sacrificial anodes have been replaced. The gimbal bearing has been replaced. The bellows have been replaced, and also the gearbox bellows, as well as the gearbox oil being drained and changed. Not to mention the rams have been serviced. No expense was spared here. We really do like to present our boats in perfect running and superficial condition. She's powered by a Mercruiser 350 Magnum. That's a 300 horsepower petrol engine. What we'll do next is we'll put her in the water and we'll show you what she looks like afloat. Being the original suppliers from new, she has only been used in fresh water here on Loch Lomond, and we have serviced this particular 285 for a previous owner since he purchased her from us. Her high-speed wax machine polish gives her hull band a very youthful look, and the onboard factory fitted bow thruster makes manoeuvrability absolutely, undoubtedly effortless. She sits lovely in the water, pouncing forward in true 285 fashion. At the rear here we have the clip-in for snap davits for a tender. There's also a transom hot and cold shower just in there. Let's take a little look inside at the rest of her. The cockpit gives space for 10 adults to enjoy a day out in the water. Everything is marine vinyl and the upholstery has been kept in perfect condition. No rips or tears absolutely anywhere at all in here. We have the fiberglass radar arch with lighting and speakers, and that helps prop up and secure this very large and watertight canopy. You can see around the seams rather than just your typical fabric. It's rubberized. It's been pouring all morning today, and well, I'm bone dry in here, put it that way. So you can dine al fresco up here in the cockpit. All the canopies are very simple and quick to remove and pack away. We've got cup holders located at different locations around the boat. We've got some just behind the aft bench here. One of two vents up in the cockpit for the diesel heating system. There's another one there. And as we move forward, this area, the navigator's area, can be changed into an L-shaped chaise lounge. Again, the upholstery is just in such perfect condition. And this seat is on a hinge, so it can either sit backwards, we can have it facing forwards, or we can remove the table and we can turn this into a very large sun pad. And just there, like that, so simple and effortless. You pull it up and back down, and that gives you the area to top up your tan, remove the canopies. Why would you travel abroad this year? You probably won't be able to anyway, but this is a better alternative by all means. What we'll do is we'll get her back up. Now let's take a little look at the rest of the boat. So you've got moulded steps, 1, 2, 3, up onto this non-skid area here. Your forward windshield, that latch unlocks, you fold that across and that gives you access direct out onto the bow. The canopies are zipped in sections, so you can remove them in sections, or you can also roll them up and tuck them away. Let's take a wee look at the helm. The spec on this boat is very impressive. Let's start off with the big one now. So we do have a bow thruster that is controllable from the joystick in here. However, for single-handed berthing, say you want to go out and come back on your own, you can just simply stand in the pontoon and control the boat with this remote. Save strain on your back. There's also an electric windlass, so if you have had a big lunch, you feel a little bit full and you don't want to have to clamber onto the bow, simply press the button and you can drop down the anchor and relax while you digest your lunch. Now, we also do have a Cobra Marine Vhf that also actually does give you your GPS position. There are Bennett electric trim tabs, and that is your control for the aquatronic stereo system. There is also another one downstairs. Dials are in chrome. And there is this non-glare wrap to it as well. Perfect. It's not often that things sweep me off my feet, but the condition of this boat is just amazing. That really is more evident when we go downstairs into the saloon. Why don't we take a look? Down into the unmistakable saloon of the Bayliner 285. Bayliner have used wide beam forward technology, they call it, and what that does is that gives us maximum width and height by adjusting the way that the Bayliner sits in the water, and that means we really get a huge saloon area that extends all the way up to the forward bulkhead at the bow. Off to the starboard side, we have a very well appointed, comfortable dinette. Forward, there is a double berth, and then off to port, there is the galley. Aft cabin is in there, and we do also have a heads compartment. So that is very well appointed. You do have full standing headroom. The shower tray is recessed for drainage. There's a pump flush toilet. It's a sea toilet with a waste tank. Hot and cold enamel sink. At the back there is a charging port for your shavers or electric toothbrushes, and then recessed storage with tinted glass up against the hull. She is presented in absolutely immaculate condition with the diesel heating on board. She's very cosy, even on a winter's day. Now, port side we have the galley that consists of a stainless steel hot and cold sink. There's the onboard aquatronic stereo system, a microwave oven, and then an immaculate twin gas burners. So clean that Nigella Lawson would be proud to cook on them. There is dedicated kitchen storage. And then also dedicated cutlery and bowl storage. Now the dinette or saloon area is good for 6 people. If you do have another guest on board, there is overspill seating just in between the galley and the berth. The oatmeal leather has been kept in perfect condition. We've got a fridge just below the aft bench. There's also a small freezer compartment. Now this drops down and forms into another berth, so there's dedicated sleeping accommodation for 6 people. There is a privacy curtain that you can pull across to enclose the forward area as well. So everyone has their own nice wee dedicated area to live aboard on the boat. What we'll do is we'll put this back up. It's so simple and easy. Literally, there's a hinge that the table is mounted onto. You remove this cushion and just pull the table back up. It slots into place. Just to show you the boat from all the different angles. And you can see it's just about 10 o'clock in the morning here on a rainy day in Scotland as per usual, but still natural light pours into the saloon area down here. These angular hull side windows make all the difference, give you great views out onto the water. It's a Bayliner Vhf next to us. And then all the trim and finishings are in beige or oatmeal leather. Really adds to the airy open feel. Now this is a large forward berth. There are privacy curtains on either side. And that means that everyone here has their own specific area where they can unwind for the night after a long day's sailing. Speaker system up against the cushions there. And then an escape hatch that has been frosted over for privacy. And then what better after a long day's sailing to relax and unwind with a wee dram. The floor level is one of the multiple vents for the onboard Everspacher diesel heating system. Let's take a look in the aft cockpit. Now this boat is designed for 2 families to weekend on. In here we do have full standing height for changing. The control for the onboard Everspacher diesel central heating system. There's also heating upstairs in the cockpit as well. Now, if you do have another family on board, they probably want their own space and their own storage. Well, here it is. There is a rail in the middle there as well, if you want to hang anything. Now that is full beam, so there is an abundance of length there. Also more storage behind the leather headboard. I remember my uncle used to have one of these boats, and when myself and my family used to come away with him for the weekend, this space was more than enough for the 3 of us to sleep in. Superb. Absolutely gorgeous, isn't she? All there really is to do now, folks, is to show you the engines. It's down there. She was powered by a Mercruiser 350 Magnum MPI. That's a 300 horsepower petrol engine with dual prop propellers. As you can see, the engine room is absolutely spotless, mint condition. Everything very nice, neat and tidy in there. Runs like a dream. Fantastic. Well folks, come on. Crack open the Moy in Shandon. Join us down here at Cameron House Marina aboard this beautiful Bayliner 285. There's another one, just through the windshield there. I'm Ruben from Marine Sales Scotland, where fun in the water begins.